And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Bean.
All right, let's take another look at that flood warning. As you can tell, for the Portneuf River, we have been seeing that warning for about a few weeks now. That's mainly from all that moisture we saw this winter, and it's gotten a little bit worse. That current stage of the river went up to 9.9, flood stage being around 8.5, so still being very careful if you're around the region where the Portneuf River is. Storm Tracker, for the most part, Pocatello sees those greens moving through. We're seeing a little bit of moisture move through, but for the most part, just seeing clouds in the region. Pocatello, for the last couple hours, the clouds have thickened, but for the most part, seeing mostly cloudy conditions. As we zoom out, we see that we are getting even more of a break after this system passes. A little bit of a dry slot behind it, and now as that moves in, temperatures start to warm up. Some high pressure is going to cause that rain to start pushing out of at least the valley, seeing a little snow here and there in the mountains still. For the future tracker, though, stays clear for almost the entirety of the region. We see a little bit of snow move through the southern Montana region, as well as some scattered snow in the central mountains. But for mainly the Wyoming border and the Snake River Plain, it stays relatively clear with that high pressure system intact. As we see what we're going to see tonight, scattered clouds, 29 in Pocatello, 26 in Idaho Falls. So those nighttime temperatures do cool down quite a bit, staying a little bit below freezing. But for the most part, it warms up pretty fast for tomorrow. Central Mountains, mostly the moisture will clear out. 23 in Challis, 24 in Salmon. And then finally for the highlands in western Wyoming, we see a little bit of scattered snow, but that will push out before the morning hours. 19 in Island Park, 22 in Jackson. Now as we go forward to what we're seeing tomorrow, for the highlands of western Wyoming, very small chance of moisture. 44 in Island Park, 47 in Jackson. Mainly in the afternoon is when you're going to see that moisture. Same thing for the Central Mountains, very small chance of moisture, but as you saw from the future tracker, it's mainly in those evening hours as we move over into the nighttime. 51 in Challis, 55 in Salmon. And then finally for the Snake River Plain, mostly cloudy, 58 in Pocatello, 57 in Idaho Falls. So that is another step up. We're in those low 50s today. We move up into those upper 50s for tomorrow. And as we check out that 7-day forecast, we get that nice clear wave moving in. Unfortunately, it doesn't stick around all week. 62 by Thursday. It does warm up into those low 60s, but then you see that mix move back in. Those nighttime lows, 31, 35, really close to freezing, facilitating that winter moisture as well. As for Idaho Falls, sees it clear for a little bit shorter. Chance of rain moves through on Wednesday, 62 from Wednesday to Thursday. Cools down at the nighttime down to around freezing. So Friday you have that mix, and then it clears out for next weekend. And then for the Tetons, a little bit of moisture, more moisture coming through. Tuesday, Wednesday, we have that scattered moisture moving through, about 20 to 30% chance. And those temperatures only get up into those mid 50s, but then that second system does move in and see a more solid push of snow in those upper elevations. Then for the Central Mountains, mix on Wednesday, Thursday, so a little bit more stronger of a wave on 56 and 50 through Wednesday through Thursday, but then it clears out for the weekend. Now we're just starting to get in April, but it's starting to warm up. So where does that stack in against the average? 52, 44, or 32? We'll have the answer coming up later.